Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. I love taking a look at products from other countries when it comes to interior design. It's such a vast difference. We started last time we got together with her, and I believe we talked about some of the furniture that comes from Portugal. Now we're going to transport ourselves mentally to Italy and see what's available there. What a difference. What technology involved in some of that as well. She's the owner of The Luxury Look, and she works with people all over the world, primarily in the United States, but definitely other countries as well, but also connects with other countries for their products. Kristine Vowles joins us once again. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's Friday. I'm excited for the weekend.
Yeah, I know. Let's get on the plane. We're heading to Italy.
I'd like that. I'll see you on Monday.
Yeah. In 2 Mondays. Thank you very much. What are we seeing? What is trending right now? I know that, tell us about this connection that you recently made with a vendor in Italy.
So 2 days ago, they flew in and had this meeting with them, and unbeknownst to me, they provide most of the furniture for all the luxury cruise lines. So that was kind of interesting, very comfortable. The companies out of Italy seem to be family owned for generation after generation. So this was like 10 years worth of generations. It's all still the same family. They keep the same traditions. Their quality is just unbelievable. They craft their products to last a long time because it's mostly for hotel use and, ship use. So now they've ventured into the residential. And so they felt like, well, why can't we just do this for residential? The nice part about that too is you're getting all the benefits from what we call a contract type furniture, contract meaning commercial. So you have the fire retardant, you have the durability. They pay attention to the width and size of the cushions and furniture so that it fits more people than just one or two people, size-wise. So cushions can be adjusted. It's just, the craftsmanship is just incredible. We just don't see that in too many places, but Italy seems to be really bringing a lot to the table. Even in their outdoor, they do all the pools, so they've got a lot of outdoor stuff, products, and they brought this case and opened it up, and it was all their fabrics, and then they brought in another case and opened it up. It was all their metals and woods, and I was just in heaven. I was just like, okay, this is going to be fun. So.
I try to get into the mindset. Why do you think that Italy has better products? I don't even know how to phrase it. Takes more pride in what they do. Is more ingenuity going into it. Any theory on that?
Talking to the sales rep, she was telling me a little bit about the history of the company, and because that generation from way back when, it was all about pride and quality and the reputation. And in that culture, that's really what sets them is, here, I don't want to say it's more disposable, but it's interesting when I go to clients' homes and they're like, I just want to know if it's going to last me past my child being a certain age, and then I want to throw it out. Or I'm going to get puppies, so I only want, furniture that's going to hold, it won't last or survive a puppy, but that's okay because I'm just going to throw it out. We're more disposable here.
Yes.
And in Italy, they hand down their furniture. Each generation gets what mama and papa and grandma had in their homes. So the furniture has to survive. And what I also liked about it is, I asked them, can it handle the Arizona heat if we were to bring that in here or in Belize because it's tropical? And they said, well, all their furniture, the way they designed and built their furniture with this particular company, which I haven't heard of before. I mean, I'm sure it's out there. I just haven't had the conversation with somebody.
Mhm.
Is that their indoor furniture can go on the outside. So they're like, well, our furniture has to flow. So if you get one collection, so one line, it's a collection, and you get the chairs and the tables and the coffee tables that work. They also have a matching outdoor set so that if you're in, the big open spaces that we have and you're looking out, the furniture flows. It's not like on that, it's just a different way of living. And
Mhm.
it's more minimalistic. You don't need a whole lot. They're all about quality and form and function and comfort. So I like that.
Hmm. What about price? Is this something when we look at this like, oh, whoa, or to be expected or refreshingly lower than you would think? I know, and the reason I even say this is that we talked about that piece from Portugal that you had shipped here in a shipping container, albeit it took a little time to get here, but it was relatively fairly priced. It was, the shipping was the challenge, but by and large, with the price of the piece and the shipping, it was still all right. So, what are we looking at when we look at Italy?
Well, on their chairs, I kept taking pictures of their computer screen of the pieces that were really speaking to me. And I said, okay, how much for something like that? And they said that dining chair is about $450. So when you're looking at a dining chair that is metal, wood, and fabric, and it's just, I mean, it's a beautiful piece, but yet you can push it outside, you can keep it inside, it can be formal, it can be just in your kitchen room, dining room. $450 for a chair like that is really inexpensive
Right?
considering. I was really, really thrilled to hear that. And then their sofa, they had a sofa set, it was a sectional, $1,500 for that one. But it was huge. It was massive. It's, what people here in the United States kind of like to have. I'm like, $1,500. I mean, I was expecting them to say between 4 and 7,000. So that was really nice.
Well, all right. Whoa,
Mhm.
whoa, mind blow in terms of that price. How are we getting it here? And what would the final price be for just that piece?
So they base their delivery and shipping based on your zip code. So depending on how far everything comes out of Italy, they do not have any distribution here in the US. So
Hmm.
it does have to come out of Italy. So depending on where it would go, to which port, and then trucked in, would be the answer. So I think what she said is for a dining table, they had a dining table, it was $400, just a beautiful piece. And I said,
Hmm.
okay, it's got metal on it. So how much are we talking shipping wise? She said, well, just tell your clients that the dining table is $700. And I said, so that would include shipping? She goes, yes. So now if you've got more on a cargo, so like if you've got multiple orders coming in for different clients and they're sharing the shipping, then it could be cheaper. So we
Wow.
have done that before where we ordered pieces for 3 different clients, put it in the same container, and then we split the shipping 3 ways. Then it's a no-brainer. I mean, you can't even get that quality of furniture here for that price point.
Seriously.
I know I expected them to say figures and dollars to me that I was like, okay, that's going to be a one-off for me. I might find out one client that this will be perfect for. I was like, man, if we're making and moving as much furniture as we typically do, and it's that good of quality, I could have a container coming in every 3 months,
I'm like,
you know.
let's jump up here on this platform. Anybody, if you're looking, you like furniture from Italy. There's many different pieces. Let's put a Facebook group together, whatever it is, and let's work together on this. My gosh, that is so refreshingly affordable for what you're getting. And then, of course, the other part that floats out there with me is the bragging rights that come along with it. Yeah, that couch over there that came direct from Italy. It's cool,
Yes,
you know?
really cool. Well, what I love it is when a client calls me and says that they had guests over for dinner and the people were sitting in the chairs and they're like, God, this is so comfortable. Where'd you get it? And, and then they get to tell them that, well, our designer got it from here. And they're like, wow. So I can't just go down the street and get it. And they're like, no, but, we got it in 2 months and,
Mm,
we
mm,
had our fabric put on it. So it's worth it for something like that. If you're not into, it's even more affordable, even if you want to have disposable furniture. But honestly, I would never want to have quality furniture like this disposable.
sure, sure. And plus the energy you put into it, you find
Mhm.
it, you get it, you fall in love with it, then the time to have it shipped, good things are worth waiting for. And now it's a part of your life. So yeah, you want to hang on to it. That's what they did. And I'm a big believer in energy and what is put into something. Same way why some artists, Van Gogh, on and on and on, some, Mozart, why did they make it and become popular and others didn't? There's millions of artists, musicians, over centuries. Why them? Because I believe it's the energy imprint that they put into it that we felt. So the same thing when somebody says, "Oh, this tastes great." Grandma puts love into it. She puts her energy into it, and part of that is love. So the same thing with the Italian craftsmanship. You're going to feel it. You're sitting in that chair. There's something that you don't know what it is, but there's something there aside from it being beautiful and comfortable at the same time. So to your point, why would you want to dispose of it? Keep it around.
Well, and we had probably about 2 years ago had a custom table made for a client. It was going to be at the house where they all went for Thanksgiving. So, it's a combination of all these siblings in a Greek family. So, very large gatherings. So we had this table done and they hand painted the top of it, which was just incredible. And we had a surprise done for them that underneath the table, they dated it and put the family's name on it. So, did something just special in that, in the artist's handwriting. And they sent us a picture of the artist working on the table and doing the freehand painting, which was just amazing. Everything is just freehand. And then somebody all came, we had it delivered, had all the chairs made and pushed in, and they all flew in to see it. And I said, okay, now push the chairs out and look underneath the table. And so we had flashlights on, and they were like, oh my gosh, they were like, this is never leaving the family. And they're like trying to decide, who's going to get this table. And sorry, the rats are going.
Listen. I know you have like some construction going. You're like you go a million miles a minute. We don't hear it over here, so
Okay,
maybe it's distracting you. I wouldn't even know. We're on a Zoom. You don't hear it. It mutes it out.
good. We're at the busy warehouse today.
Yep, yep.
So, you know, the piece was just a dining table that the brother bought for the family. And after that, it became an heirloom within 15 minutes. And I was like,
Mm.
that's significant. When I was just sitting there, I'm like, okay, that was significant. So
Wow.
it doesn't have to have the name on it, but it's really a quality table. That table definitely needs to stay in the family.
What about some of the technological advances? I've heard, from friends that have gone to Italy and, just walked into certain stores, shopping around, whatever it might be, even seeing things online, that they're ahead even when it comes to, and I'm just going by memory here with like last year, a kitchen faucet that also makes coffee. Like it's all integrative, things like that. What kind
Yeah.
of things have you seen?
So one of the fun things that I got to experience and play with at the kitchen and bath conference is they have these water faucets and they come from the ceiling, so they hang down. So think of it as a pendant light hanging down, but it's your water faucet over your kitchen.
Ooh,
And then it has buttons all the way around it. So say it's about, I don't know, probably about like this big around.
okay.
It's hanging from your ceiling. You got your sink below you. You push a button, that has your sparkling water. You push another button at your coffee. Push another button at your iced tea. You can push another button at your Coca-Cola. And so underneath the sink, you're plugging in all these different drinks. And now you just have to go to your sink, put your cup underneath there, push the thing. If you want water to wash your dishes, you just push that button. The button underneath it is for washing dishes. But you push the buttons all the way around this little thing and in a different beverage. So my team was, then they were demonstrating, they had wine in there. They had espresso. So my team's just like shoving all the little drinks on there for the little tasters. And they're just like, I can't believe I'm having a glass of wine from a sink tap.
That's coming out of the ceiling.
Coming out of the ceiling.
So,
but it's going back behind the wall and it's attached underneath your sink with all the beverage.
Wow, that's cool.
That was crazy.
How is that?
Was cool.
That thing that's coming down from the ceiling, is it movable? Like I'm picturing like some light fixtures.
It swings.
Yeah.
It swings.
You can put it wherever you want it. You move it wherever you want.
And it even has, I don't want to say technology, but it has the materials inside the cord that's coming down that if you want to pull it down and then you want to move it out of your way for a little bit, so like you just washed all your vegetables in the colander and then you can push it up and then you can move it over. So now it's coming down, hanging over, and it's hanging down over here now.
And it stays
move it.
Stays in position.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But if it stays straight, it'll move. It'll go back around. It'll just swing.
You know, when you think about it, it's you get in your car and you have everything at your fingertips nowadays with technology. Why not that? Instead of, I got to get coffee over there. Oh, you want some wine? I go over here.
Push the red button.
Wow. That's like,
it was crazy. I'm like, how does this thing produce hot espresso and then wine? And
I think we lost you on the Wi-Fi. Kristine, come back. I know we were having some challenges with the Wi-Fi.
Vegetables all at the same time.
Oh, there you are.
That really was. Oh, yeah. We would go back and forth to that one distribution place and where they were doing the demonstrations. Can you hear me now?
Yep, I got you now.
Okay, so we'd go back for the demonstrations, and my girls are like, I need a little espresso now, so we'll go back, watch it, get a little cup, keep on going. Like, happy hour now. We go back by, get a little drink. But that was really kind of cool. So every sink had a different variation of.
That fully blows away what my friend saw in Italy in the coffee maker that was in the faucet, integrated next to it. Not in it, but next to it. This is like that on steroids. Wow. Few minutes left. Any other trends that you detected, products, anything that stands out for you?
Yeah, so in the kitchens, what I'm noticing, like in the Italian kitchens, the faces, the materials are just so clean, and you can have it as elaborate as you want or as simplistic as you want. And you open up a cabinet and built in is basically every single thing you need. It has, like if it's the stove, you just open up the cabinet door, push it back, your spices all pop up, the water handle comes out, and you can cook right there, but it's all at your fingertips. And then just close it right back up. You don't have to look at it. Open up the door and you've got the most elaborate coffee makers I've ever seen. And your kitchen's attached to that, so you can push buttons on your kitchen, you get your creamers. It was just, it's just, we don't have to think anymore. It's like the Jetsons. The Jetsons were so far ahead. Of course, half the people don't know what the Jetsons are. But, back in the 60s with the Jetsons, you could push a button and they makes dinner and just puts it out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Roby the robot or whatever. Rosie the robot, would come in and just serve it up. It is that now. That was in the 70s. So, 50 years later, look what we got. It's here now. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Very exciting. This is just a piece of what you offer because everything is on your radar, even in other countries. Best way to find you. How do we do that, Kristine?
The Luxury Look's our website, www.theluxurylook.com. And my email is Kristine with a K @theluxurylook.com.
Always great talking with you. What you share with us, I share with others. I'm going to be talking to my friends. Yeah, my friend Kristine, Italy, and they got this going on over there. I'm just blown away how affordable some of those pieces are for what you're getting.
Yeah, that made me happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thanks for being here today. Really appreciate it.
Talk to you later.
Yep, we'll be right back. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Let's go inside the mind of a 10-year-old.
I should have worn those earrings today. I like those earrings. Gabby has those awesome earrings. I need to ask her where she got those, but that's just what she would want me to do. I'll have Michaela ask her for me.
Buckle up, Sarah.
Yeah, but then Michaela will be like, why don't you just ask her yourself? That's just like Michaela.
Sarah, buckle up.
Michaela's such a great name. I wish I was called Michaela. There's like a dozen Sarahs in my class.
Hey, we're not hitting the road until you buckle up, honey.
Oh yeah, seatbelt. I forget sometimes because my brain is like busy, you know? I wonder if there's pizza at school today.
Sometimes it can be tough to get through to your kids, but it's not impossible. Always make sure they're wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Remember, you have the keys, you have the power. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.